Well, the rollout of Obamacare was notoriously rough. Things areas seem to have calmed down, though, and folks seem to be getting coverage. But in Oregon, it's a real mess. And Craig Gusson joins us here this morning to talk about what's happening in Oregon and whether or not that might apply to us here in California. Oregon, like California, has its own exchange, or had its own exchange,
right.
correct?
Correct.
Meaning what exactly? What separates that from Obamacare exactly?
You can either have the federal government run your exchange for you, or you can do it yourself.
So the state was opting to do it itself and spent over $200 million setting all that up, correct? What happened?
It was a disaster. It seemed like from everything I've heard, nothing worked. And no matter what they tried, it got worse and worse and worse, to a point now where they're going, we're done. Let the federal government take care of it.
Now, some of the more cynical folks, or maybe they're prophetic, who knows, said that that's kind of where the government kind of hoped this would all head in the end anyway, is that everybody would eventually say, you know what, this is it's just easier to let the federal government do it. So we don't know if that's applicable here or not.
What I know is when California first decided to do it, I was a little surprised. But what I found out was that then you can gear the plans and everything you do based on the state. And we in California, of all the states out there, did the best job in the country.
Okay, so asking whether or not this could happen in California, you probably have answered that question already. It looks like California's doing just fine.
We're probably the poster child for how well it went.
Now,
but
having said that, is it going well?
Well,
that's the big, because this is all relative.
It's still a nightmare. We're dealing right now with the same issue time after time, and that is that I'm getting phone calls 3-4 times a day of people saying the doctor that was on the plan when I picked it is no longer on the plan. And this is the issue that I'm dealing with literally all day long. What do we do? Cover California in the beginning came out, or there were some comments that came out that we read that said in that case you could change your plan. We're still working on it. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. It's
Are
really
people getting medical attention? That's the biggest question we want. Let's take care of folks first. Are they getting medical attention?
I hear yes. The issues I'm running into more than anything is just I don't have my ID card. They lost my application.
Well, here, let me go to a couple of viewer questions. Evan in Miramace says, even though I signed up last month, my health insurance company does not have a record of me as a member. What can I do?
That's another common one. Somehow it got lost in the system, because what happens is
we're the poster child.
I know.
You just said that. It's going the best here of anywhere.
It is. But it's like having kids. One day they're the best kid ever. The next day it's like not as good. So what happened is that you submit your application a lot of times to Covered California, and then they send it off to the insurance company. What we're finding out is somewhere between getting it to Covered California and getting it to the insurance company, it gets lost.
So what does this person do?
Best thing to do is to contact Covered California or contact a health insurance agent, explain the situation. If they have any documentation or any proof at all, we can then go to Covered California or the insurance company and we can get it rectified.
Okay. Craig Gusson, I'm glad we could just deal with one segment of this today. The situation in Oregon, not applicable to California.
Not at all.
Good. We answered a question today. Rather than just coming in and scratching our heads.
That's good news. And just know that it's still a work in progress. Every day we're dealing with different issues, and we still have new things.
So we'll talk to you next week then and find out what some of those are.
Sounds great.
All right, Craig. Thanks as always.
My pleasure.
Okay, popular